Hi guys, what's up? How's it going? Today I'm going to go over how to draw Peter Griffin, at least his head right now. He's got a very cool design to his head, so I wanted to go over that. I'm going to be using a pencil and a wet erase marker, so let's get into it. Actually, I'm going to use a regular pencil, not a mechanical pencil. So, when I look at just his head, he looks like a giant dirt mound coming out of the ground right off the bat. You have this shape, kind of like a thumb come poking through a hole. And then you chop into that shape, and he's got a little tiny, it's almost like a two hills. He's got one hill for the side of his cheek, and the other for all the accessories of his head. I'm going to put right here where the hill meets is going to be his eyeball. And its other eyeball, I believe, not the entire length of it, but if you take half of that, it's kind of that half of this eyeball right here from here. I hope you can see this because it's kind of light. From here to here is the same distance between here and here. Generally, not always, you know. Right now mine are a little bit closer. His eye, his pupil there, his glasses go back into his head. His nose is going to overlap. He's got like a clown nose. His nose is going to overlap his glasses. His mouth goes across his face all the way very close to his eye. So he's smiling. And he's almost got like an upside down chef's hat for his mouth to chin. It's essentially just two balls put together. You trace them, you have this bottom of his chin. Tiny ear, like a lot of people in this universe. Tiny ear. It's almost a trademark. His little hairdo upstairs is just a small wave. One single wave. Like his hairline. And then you follow this around the back of his hairline, down into sinking into his neck. His shirt is, for me anyway, is an afterthought. Concentrating on his head. So, taking a lot of these into account, I'm going to go into it with marker to just kind of solidify. We did right here is lightly and kind of go over it really in a sketchy manner to kind of get the proportion down. Now we're going to go in and solidify it with the marker. So I'm going to start with his eye. Not entirely round, should have practiced that more, but it'll work. Into the center of his glasses. Overlapping the nose. To his mouth. I'm essentially just tracing the lines that I put down before, but leaving out the construction lines. Gonna trace out his face all the way down to the edge. Doing his eyebrows there. I'm gonna go do this swoosh, and I'm gonna kind of ignore the eyebrows I put. I'm gonna try and pop them back out again. Hairline, moving his ear a tiny bit. Because as you do it, you'll see just different proportional things will pop out at you as you do it in a different medium. As I solidify it, I'm like, that ear is too big, or that ear is too much to the left, so I'll move it. Now there's one large sweep right from the top of his hairline all the way down. I would practice that, like practice like controlling your hand. You know what kind of lines you can pull. Some good exercise to practice that right off the bat. Just kind of pause this for a sec. Is I would maybe create a dot here and one across the paper, and then see if you can see if you can hit that dot in one clean sweep. Kind of close. I'm a little bit off to the right. So I do that all over the paper. Same thing with curves. Start doing curves everywhere. Alrighty, and I'm gonna go down to his neck. Right here, do his collar. His collar, there's not a whole lot to it. And that's about it. I'm gonna actually erase the lines I put down now too. Get a different eraser. So when you're doing these, try to see if you can draw them a couple of times over to kind of have them in your permanent memory, or at least long-term memory. Because there are things I used to draw a lot in the past I just can't draw anymore, and I have to go back, reference them, practice them a bit, and then I can draw them again out of my head. So it's kind of this. It's kind of like going to the gym. You go to the gym. If you don't work out for a while, you're gonna get kind of flabby. You know what I mean? But if you want to keep up there, if you want to like be fit, you got to go every other day, every day. This is the same way. You got to practice these things every so often. Practice different things you're not good at, and so you'll always be at least decent at almost everything. But when you take a new job, you will. You're gonna need to look up reference. That's just how it works. So I get quiet because I can't spell. I'm a terrible speller. But hey guys, please subscribe to my channel. I wanna actually take people's suggestions and do them. I've already done a few. I got a lot of T-shirts to give away. I have some other things I'm gonna start giving away soon. Actually, I know I have. There's a pencil bag called the Armadillo. I'm gonna do a contest to give that away when I hit about 500 or 600. I haven't decided yet. So please comment. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the community. And if you watch this far, I totally high five you. Thanks, guys. That's why you do the slow work first, the hard stuff in pencil. Because then when you go in here, right now I'm just trying to control the weight of line. My line weight, essentially, I'm just trying to control the whole time. I essentially just trace that figure right there, and that's it. You got Brian.